says she also has a ring footage to back up her side of the story.
Nah. DDG. Ain't no way you got this shit on ring camera footage doing this shit. Yo, what it do, YouTube, man? I'm not want to waste time, so we can get straight into it. Today we about to be reacting to these DDG allegations are so bad that it will end his career by Poetic Flacco. Now, I haven't really been tapped into the DDG situation, but from what I see, I think it's bullshit, because if he was really hitting that girl, then it's so many times that he could have been like exposed. Like, he talked to so many women. I feel like some weird allegations would have been came up, you know what I'm saying? I just think she lying, but it's not my relationship. I don't know what's actually going on, so I'm not even about to say like she's lying. I don't know. I'm not in a relationship. I don't know these people on a day-to-day basis, but from what I do know, he's not the type of person to do that. I hope you don't pull me wrong, but let's get straight into it.
DDG is currently at the peak of his streaming career, and some news just dropped today that could take that all away. And the interesting part about this, DDG was on...
Real quick, bro, it's so crazy how one woman, like the power that a woman has over men life, and that's like on a day-to-day basis in every situation, not just this situation. This is wild.
Stream today when he got the bad news, and you could see his face. He was trying to play it off, but you could tell he was horrified.
And feel like, damn, bro, should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ?
I seen this shit, bro.
Let's see.
Like, imagine. And that fit that he got on is fucking terrible. He definitely need a new stylist. He needs to fire whoever the fuck getting him dressed, bro. And that's real shit. That's bullshit, bro.
Oh, fuck. All that. Don't even...
That can't even be real.
All that, bro. All that.
But that can't even
That
be
shit
real.
lame as fuck. Like, let's say we don't really know what's happening. We don't know if it's real or fake or real. But let's assume that it's fake. That's some lame ass shit just because you can't have your way. Women are fucking bitter and evil.
But don't even... You remember we talked about last night?
If that was the case. I don't know if that's the case or not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Yo, stop these fake allegations. This is a father.
This nigga,
This is a real person. It's a good human
That's not
being.
even- but I don't
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like, I gotta
Just don't do it, bro. Come here.
Don't even make no...
See,
Fall back.
but look though, W Aiden on this part, because it's like DDG could really not crash up, but he could really see red and say what the fuck he thinking, and he could regret that shit later. So shout out to Aiden for, you know what I'm saying, helping him.
My
in
real
that
friend.
aspect.
We're not gonna do no fault. Ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him. WDDG. If anyone got anything to say,
That's yo.
I wish I was still that green, but unfortunately, being in the spotlight has taught me if your friends get accused of horrifying things, regardless of what they tell you, you gotta wait until the facts come out, bruh.
Yeah.
'Cause I got once, okay?
Yeah.
One of my friends, well, ex-friends who I don't speak to anymore, haven't spoken to him since that situation happened, Lil Boom, bro.
That nigga Lil Boom is such a weirdo, bro. I believed him. I was like there. I wasn't saying I was there, bro. I was tuned into the situation when it was happening. He made it seem believable, but then when that camera footage dropped,
Articles, fake screenshots, fake everything, bro.
All
Made me
bad.
think he was innocent. The news came out, he's guilty, bro. I had an egg on my face, but I
That's
faced
what I'm
it.
saying, bro.
I said I was wrong, and I denounced him instantly once the footage came out. So with Aiden Ross, yo, he's been a good friend, he's been a good homie, bro. But if you got something to lose right now, shit, hey, bro, you gotta just relax.
Facts.
And just let the
He
facts
is playing
come
with
out.
He is playing with his
Don't know if
reputation,
DDG is
bro. That
innocent,
is crazy.
You don't know he guilty.
Go ahead.
But you don't want to put your name out there like this, and then the facts come out he did it, and now you looking like a fool and a sympathizer for somebody who beat women. Now, the news article that they was referring to was the TMZ article that dropped while they were on stream. TMZ obtained a restraining order from Haley Bailey, which is DDG's long-term ex-girlfriend and current baby mama, where she is accusing DDG of attacking her on multiple occasions. On top of filing a police report, she also got a court order protection from the father of her child, DDG. She will claim that things got physical with her and DDG in January, months after they broke up.
See, but right now it's like he said, she said. Where the motherfucking camera footage at? Not even saying like motherfuckers walk around with a camera in their face 24/7, but that is their job. But you need a little more evidence and a little more proof than he said, she said. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Just October. So they broke up October of 2024. However, the incident that she's filing a protection order for happened January of 2025. She will claim that DDG came over to pick up their son Halo, and she tried to start a conversation with DDG about child visitation. And as she was buckling Halo in the car, maybe she was taking too long, DDG grew a little agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, B." Hallie says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him.
That's crazy.
In such an agitated state.
Hey,
That's
crazy. That's crazy right there. That's crazy.
My bombastic side eye start coming into play. It don't really take that long to buckle up a kid seatbelt. So it feels as if she was trying to have a conversation that DDG was not trying to have. So she was taking longer than usual. DDG was telling her to get out of his car. He don't want to talk to her. But she wanted to have the conversation before he could leave. He wasn't trying to leave, so she then essentially just stayed in his car. So apparently once DDG got upset that she was taking too long and wouldn't allow him to just leave with the baby, DDG got agitated. And because DDG got agitated because she was taking too long to leave, she didn't hop in the car and wouldn't leave. So after DDG repeatedly screamed, "Get out of my car," Hallie says the baby was crying, and because the baby started crying, she got nervous and didn't want DDG to leave with the baby anymore. That's when they allegedly started wrestling with DDG.
See, that's another thing I don't get. When it comes to parenting, as men, we get, not saying we, like I'm in this situation, women have so much more say-so over the kid than the male, and that's kind of fucked up because the kid came out of us first to go inside the female. So it's like, we should have equal say. That's how I feel, bro. But it's not that way. The government is designed to fuck the males. Let it be marriage, let it be the children. We're fucked, you know what I'm saying?
To get her out the car, she wasn't trying to get out the car. She claims DDG pulled her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel and chipping her tooth. My only question would be, because how this was framed, it feels as if DDG was trying to pull you out the car. So he pulled your hair, he grabbed your arm, he was trying to pull you out the car. There was a fight for you not to get pulled out the car and your head got slammed on the steering wheel. Did it happen that way, or did he take your head and slam it into the steering wheel and said this?
That's what she's making it seem like, and I highly doubt that. DDG is not one. Unless he put on a good facade, but it's like his character, I don't feel like he could be easily taken out of his character like that. I don't even watch DDG like that. I'm not a fan of I'm a fan of his character. I'm just not a fan of him because it's like, he don't do that. Whatever.
Because that's different, but the story didn't really specify. It just says, yo, Raul trying to pull me out the vehicle, he slammed my head on the steering wheel. But nonetheless, though, yo, in these situations, bro, you got to call the police, bro. Bro, you cannot get physical at all, bro. If she tripping, let her trip. Because DDG and Hallie has been going back and forth over custody agreements when it comes to Halo. I think DDG went online famously telling the world that Hallie isn't allowing him to see the baby.
He did.
And she hasn't.
I remember.
And she's having issues with allowing him to just take his baby and go.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as so I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that.
Hey, shout out to DDG. I didn't know about that until he said that. Like, it's a crazy coinky-dink that I had a baby around this time because when my baby was sick, I just ran to the shower. Like, she real congested. Ran to the shower, threw the steam on. All that snot came out. And shit's feeling way better. Shout out DDG.
Pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me.
We've also seen Halle come on Twitter and complain and call out DDG for bringing their son on stream with Kai Cenat without letting her know or telling her the baby was going to be on stream. So it feels like there's a power struggle going on between these two when it comes to their son. Halle will write, "Hi everyone, just so you know, I am out of town and don't approve of my baby being on a stream."
Like shit like this, it shouldn't happen. It might seem like I'm bashing her, but it shouldn't happen. This should have been a simple back and forth text or call like, "Hey, why you didn't let me know you were there?" You know what I'm saying? DDG wrong for not communicating that, but it's like it didn't have to be brought to the, you know what I'm saying? That's like a private matter.
Tonight, I wasn't told or notified, and I am extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector and saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I am out of town. Halle actually got a lot of backlash for this. People were calling her out like, bruh, your sister has had your son on her Instagram or her Snapchat in front of millions of people too. So what's the difference between his father bringing him on stream where, bro, he's a meme on the internet. Like, he's been on stream. Like, why are you tripping about, like, your son being on a Kai Cenat stream? People didn't understand, and they thought it was double standards because her and her sister have had the son
It
all
is
on
double
Snapchat.
standards, bro. It's just he's abusing the power that is given to her, which is good for her, but with great power comes great responsibility. And women have great power legally, from marriage to children, like I said before.
All on their Instagram, like all on their social medias, and that's cool, but DDG can't bring his son out. So a lot of people felt like, Halle, you tripping. And this was like the first time I think Halle kind of got some backlash. And academics even warned DDG after this moment. And he told DDG, hey, listen, bruh, once they can't paint you a certain way on social media because you probably Teflon on social media, that's when the accusation's gonna come.
Yeah.
I see you trying to defend her. That's a good move, by the way. But let me tell you what happens
Bro.
next. If she can't paint you as a deadbeat dad, which you're not, I'm going to warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to be very clear. And she just tried, yo, why is my baby dad doing that? And I don't...
This nigga academic. That's why I be listening to him when I'm at work. This nigga be spitting facts, bro. How did he just predict the future? This was way before this even happened.
Nobody did. And unless you about to get back with her and go into whatever regime she wants you to get down with, her next attempt will not be as fluky. Women like this don't stop. You dodged this one, but you got to wait for the bigger one she about to do. Somebody said, Halle not motherfucking evil? You fucking stupid as hell. You should have never posted this nigga if she wasn't on that type of topic. Women are only loyal.
That is
I'll
crazy,
be
bro. That
fake
is
with y'all
crazy.
if I
That
sat
is
here
crazy,
and I
bro.
went along with the narrative that DDG was completely innocent and there's no way he could have done this. Because there are other accusations that DDG did this to other women or one other woman. So, and we're going to discuss that later on in this video. So, again, I'm not saying this man is completely innocent. I'm just trying to tell you guys the full story. And then we're going to touch everything, and y'all guys will make up your own decisions on whether or not y'all think he's guilty or not. But, yeah, I just can't say, yo, because I'm a man and these chicks be out here lying that DDG is innocent. I don't feel like that applies to DDG in this situation, but I feel like this is one of the situations where it's a 50-50, right? You can call it at this point, bro. Because
50-50.
Yo, she did have some tangible evidence, all right? Now, she would claim that DDG would chip her tooth and bruise her arms. And she would actually show the pictures of, I guess, the bruises and the chip.
Man, they better go look at Brent Fayez with that shit, bro. Brent Fayez did that shit. DDG ain't do that shit, bro. On my baby.
Here are the bruises. Again, this is pretty consistent with him grabbing her and trying to pull her from out the vehicle that he apparently didn't want her in because he was trying to leave and he felt like she was stalling. She also showed the chipped tooth, which you can see.
You know what's fucked up? She had this shit. She dinner had a whole folder in her photos waiting for this shit, waiting for this day to, like, expose this nigga. Expose.
There's parts of it, but these don't come across as bruises where, yo, he was, like, just wailing on you. Like, this come across as bruises that was occurred in a tussle, right? Like, a tussle, like, it was a violent tussle, but this don't come across as if, yo, he was Chris Brown, because that's a different level of violence. But nonetheless, though, men shouldn't be putting their hands on women. Call the police. She's also in the restraining order painting DDG as an absolute weirdo. On top of the physical incident, she's painting DDG like he's like Jeffrey Dahmer's, bro. Like he's doing some weird stuff, bro. Like he's like creeping through like the cat hole, trying to get into the home, taking pictures of an empty bed. Like he's doing some weird stuff according to her. Now, again, this is her view of the situation. This is her account of what happened. DDG hasn't spoken yet, but she's painting this man like a weirdo in this restraining order. She would say in March, before DDG filmed the video that we shown earlier in this video of him claiming that Halle is keeping his son away from him. So she would claim that DDG actually creeped her out when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom and texted a pic of Halle's empty bed to her along with a...
But it's like, that just brings me with the question of why is she doing this? She knows she got to deal with this nigga for the rest of his life. It's because he's unbothered and he's on stream with all these different hoes, you know what I'm saying? But that shouldn't really matter because you in the Bahamas with Brent Fayez and all that extra shit, you know what I'm saying? So why is she doing this? Because she gonna have to deal with the nigga. That little restraining order, y'all gonna have to talk. This is just a cry for help at this point, bro.
Now I know what you've been on. So apparently the bed was roughing up a little bit, so DDG thought she was getting her cheeks clapped up. Halle says she interpreted the text as DDG accusing her of sleeping with other people. Now, I'm not sure what her response was. She don't say. All right, she don't deny it, so I don't know. 4 days later, she claimed he really exploded when he came back to her house. Halle told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo.
I am glad my baby mama is not like Halle. Like, this shit is crazy. I don't want to deal with that shit, bro. I hope she don't. I hope she don't grow to be this way or even close to being this way. Because anybody got time for that shit, bro. Life is already stressful enough as is. And I got to worry about a grown motherfucker feelings or like trying to bring me down because they feel away. They're bitter. Fuck out of here, bro.
Claims that's when he got verbally smashed her Ring camera and ran away with Halle's phone. Now, here's the interesting part, bro. And here's the part where DDG is kind of cooked, if this is true. As he drove off, she claims that DDG threw the phone out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B." The incident prompted Halle to go file a police report. And she says she also has a Ring footage to back up her side of the story.
Nah. DDG. Ain't no way you got this shit on Ring camera footage doing this shit. So if that's true, then who's to say that the other shit ain't true? Man.
That Ring footage, dog. If she got that Ring footage like she said she does,
nah, GG.
It might be raps, bro. I'll be real, homie.
You can't say shit because if the Ring footage is valid, if that shit is actually happening on the Ring camera, then who's to say the other shit ain't real?
Because right now, DDG ceiling is to no limit. DDG right now is one of the most popular streamers. Okay. So right now, DDG ceiling is Kai Cenat. If this is true and you are on camera, you're like, there's Ring camera footage of you doing some horrific things.
No bueno.
Bro, that ceiling, bro, I don't see you ever not being Kai Cenat. Like, you can still be a rapper, but like, you not about to do no crazy brand deals and do no crazy stuff if this is true. Now, apparently, like, what sparked Halle to finally come forward and file the restraining order was actually a situation that Academics started. So Academics came on his live stream, and Academics pretty much revealed that Halle was not cheating, but seeing Brent Fayez after she left DDG. And she was apparently hiding it and keeping it a secret because she didn't really want the look. It looked like she moved on too early, having another man quickly after having a baby. You come across as promiscuous. Apparently she was trying to hide it to maintain her good girl persona, but Academics blasted it.
Yo, Halle, man, just go pop out with that nigga Brent Fayez already, man.
Like I said,
DDG with 3,000 stream now, man. It's cool. The smoke done clear. You can pop out with Brent Fayez, gang. It's time. You see, like when you was kicking it with him before, nobody like really peep game. But like now, DDG been with too many. Like I ain't saying him, but he been hanging out with Lala, the Island Girl, Zoe, whoever. Like he been hanging out with too many. You clear now, girl. Go pop out with Brent Fayez. It's all good now. It's all valid now.
Man,
it's
she been talking to Brent Fayez.
Yo, back in the day, like a couple months ago, DDG was. What's his son named Halo? And he was like, man, I can't see Halo, and I can't. They don't even know I'm single. Like, and she's with Brent Fires. Gang.
I remember that shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So now
that.
DDG is dealing with the streets thinking that Brent Fires is punching meat into his chick. Well, not his chick, his baby mama. So
that's
this
crazy way
is
to
where
put
the
it.
situation sort of escalated to the point where Halle said, okay, enough is enough, okay? The internet is already bullying Halle for keeping, like, their son away from DDG. DDG fans is bullying her. Now, this is where things get crazy. So DDG came online, and he didn't say he missed his son Halo. He did. No, he just says he came to New York to see somebody special. Halle was in New York before her vacation to St. Lucia's, but for some reason, he couldn't see his son, or he couldn't see that special person. Now, that is signifying that Halle, who was also in New York with her son, or their son, refused to hand the son over to DDG for them to hang out before she went on vacation.
And that shit is so fucked up, bro. That shit is not fair. I'm just saying.
I just wanted to hang out with a special person, man. That's all I wanted to do tonight, for real, but I don't know, I might force myself to go out or something.
Shortly after, narrative began to circulate all across social media that Halle is now in St. Lucia with Brent Fires and her baby Hollow, who's also in St. Lucia too. She is on the island with Brent Fires playing stepdaddy after not allowing DDG to see his son before they left. And is that why he couldn't see his son? Because you was with Brent Fires in New York too? So now the internet is going crazy.
Right here.
Halle is being slandered. Her name is looking crazy in these streets. Now, Halle would claim that this will send DDG in like a jealous rage and a jealous fit. And he will send her a lot of messages accusing her of doing what the internet is accusing her of doing, which is going to St. Lucia with the baby so Brent Fires can play stepdaddy. And these messages, low-key, ain't a good look because the messages kind of creates a pattern with what other women or women have said about DDG in the past. The screenshot will show DDG, like, sending, like, the screenshots of, like, academics posting it and, like, him saying, this foul, bet. Sending her, like, the academics tweet and then saying, you think you hurt in my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is terrible looks. Make you look disgusting and evil.
It does.
Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. But just have the same energy when it's my turn to have them. I'm on the same ish. Halle would deny being with Brent Fires. She would say, yo, she's with the baby, not Brent. And for him to leave her alone. And she would file a restraining order, shortly getting back because of these messages, according to her. Now,
bitch gonna send a motherfucking restraining order because you got caught. Not even caught because you were trying to be sneaky. It's like, it's as simple as, here, you can have your child. You're back when you're done.
Men is claiming, man, DDG is innocent. Bro, you have DDG ops like Myron from Fresh and Fit. He's claiming DDG is completely innocent. However, the women got Halle's back, and they're pulling out receipts from DDG's ex, Ruby Rose, who also made similar accusations of DDG putting hands on her. These are messages that Ruby Rose sent DDG when they were dating. Now, she been released this, so these are nothing new, but they are resurfacing because of the DDG and Halle situation. Yeah. So these are hard to read, but you can see DDG saying, I get you mad, but I'm telling you, Ruby, I'm not Lala. I'm going to F your whole career up. So he's threatening to destroy her if she comes out against him. He says, I got love for you. I really don't want to do you both online, but I'm telling you it's going to be bad, Ruby. Just stop. She says, it's already bad, and you're threatening to end my career if I tell people how you hit me. More things to show on my live. Thank you. He put, LOL, if you go live, just know you really lost me. Have a blast. You going to lose all respect from me and anybody I F with or you F with. Just think before you do.
Hey, that's looking bad. 2021. Hey, that's bad, bro. I was just talking about how you ain't got no, like, allegations of your name, and it's like you got this shit right here with Ruby Rose. You hitting on the OnlyFans stock. Beating on the OnlyFans stock. Damn it, DDG.
Be real, this is really bad. This is really bad, bro, right? This is, like, really bad. Like, this is, like, textbook language that comes from people.
Is that Ruby Rose?
So, again, maybe DDG got an explanation for this. I don't know, but this is bad. So she was showed the bruises, the same bruises that, that Halle Bailey showed. and she would put,
God.
I told you how a ninja did.
The same bruises in the same spot on the same arm. Just a different bitch. Come on, DDG.
And you did the same ish and make fun of me while doing it. And ish, the same ish he did telling me no ninja will love me, I'm a whore, and all the same ish. You haven't been feeling love lately, and you need, bro, it's a hard to read, okay?
Oh, bad.
But here's the funny part about this though. She posted this, but whenever she's asked who her favorite ex is, she always says DDG. So to me, it's kind of odd.
He did put her on, though.
This man apparently is horrible and did all these bad things to you.
He sponsored her career. He put the bitch on. Just saying.
But then whenever you're asked who your favorite ex is, which ex-boyfriend you love the most, you always say DDG. So was DDG horrible or was he good to you? Or did the other dudes just do you worse? Listen, man, I don't know the truth here. I think it's innocent until proven guilty. He's not being arrested or charged or indicted for this. So, hey, listen, man, if he did all these horrible things, man, file a police report, bro. But until I see that police report, bro,
hey,
I don't know, bro.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Like accusations, homie. Y'all let me know.
That Ruby Rose shit was crazy, but he's innocent until proven guilty. And that's just like with anybody in life. You know what I'm saying? Come with the hardcore evidence. You know what I'm saying? The ring camera footage would definitely be nice to see. Miss Haley, I forgot her name. But nah, bro. I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Let me know what y'all think down below. Did DDG do this shit? Did he not do this shit? Is Haley wrong for acting how she acting? Is she not wrong? Let me know. I'm genuinely curious. But I'm gonna catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.